Hello guys, you're welcome back to the channel. This is 401 Styling, and today on the channel I'm going to share with us how to draft a basic sleeve pattern using two different type of method. So let's get started. So guys, the first thing you are going to do is to draw a margin line just like I have here, and the next thing is to draw a straight line. Okay, you're going to draw a straight line vertically this way, and the measurement you are going to use is your sleeve length. So for this one, I'm going to measure my sleeve length, and it is 21 inches. Remember, it is going to be a long sleeve. Okay, so after which you have marked your sleeve length, from this upper part you're going to go down by 4 inches. Okay, and this is for the biceps. Okay, 4 inches. It is not, this measurement is not stable. It can be between 4 to 6 inches, even 7 inches, depending on the type of sleeve you want to make. Okay, so you are going to connect the point like this, and you label it your biceps. So after that, from this top area again, you are going to go down to your elbow measurement. Okay, you're going to measure on yourself where your elbow gets to, and you're going to use the measurement here. Okay, so after this, now you definitely connect the sleeve length. After that, you come to this bicep line and you impute your round arm measurement, that is your upper arm circumference. Okay, divided by 2. Whatever value you have, you will impute half of the value on both sides of this line. So for this one, I have 13, that is 6.5 on both sides. So you divide your elbow into 2, and you do the same thing on the elbow line. Okay, for this one, I'm going to be using 11 inches. Okay, and that is 5.5 inches on both sides. So for the wrist circumference, now you're going to measure your wrist circumference this way, and you're going to input half of whatever value you have on both sides. So this one, I'm just going to measure 4.5 because I have 9 inches altogether. So the next thing you want to do is to come to this upper part here. We are going to connect this upper part to that point where we have our upper arm circumference, just like you see me doing. So this is when we can now create our curve. Okay, so we are going to divide each of this side into 2 like this. So whatever value you have, you are going to divide into 2 equal half. If you have an odd number, you can make use of your cm, or you just hold your tape like this. Okay, and divide into 2 equal half. So each of these half side, you're going to divide it to 2. That is, you're going to be dividing everything into 4 parts. Okay, so you decide on where you want to make the front and the back. You do the same thing on the other side as well, just like you see me doing. You find the midpoint, then the upper part you divide into 2, the lower part you divide into 2 again. Okay, so all together now we are going to be having like 4 parts in one side. Okay, so what we are going to do next now is to measure 0.75 on this first line. It can be 0.7, it can be 0.75. so you can use a faint line to connect upward this way. Okay, so make sure that these two first lines are the same thing. Then you come to this last line here, you measure 0.7 downwards. Okay, and then for the back area, you ignore the middle line and come to the last part, divide it to 2 equal half, and go down by 0.5 inches. Okay, so after that, you are going to connect the points together. You can make use of your free hand, and if you are good with your curve ruler, you can make use of it. So I'm going to use a pencil first. Okay, and when I'm sure of my drawings, then I can now go ahead and use my marker. So you can also go ahead and do the same thing. But when you are making use of your curve rule, you need to be very patient. Connect the lines together so that you don't have a funny shape. Okay, make sure the lines are curvy. Okay, by the time you are done, the front part will be more curvy than that of the back. Okay, just like we used to have on our armhole when we are drafting our basic bodies. Okay, so after this, now I will now use my marker to trace out the lines because I already gotten what I wanted. Okay, so after this connection, after connecting the armhole, you're going to connect the elbow to the wrist and back to the upper arm, just like you see me doing. Okay, you start from the wrist up to the elbow, and from the elbow back to the upper arm. You do this on the other side of the sleeve. Then after this, you can now add your seam allowance, but for this one I'm not going to add seam allowance yet. Okay, so when you are done, the next thing now is to cut out this pattern. Okay, so you can add your 0.5 inches on the upper part. Okay, and you can add your 1 inch on both sides of the pattern. Okay, so if you are going to add your 0.5, you're just going to mark it all around through the lines, but we are not going to do that. I'm just going to cut out the pattern now, and we'll be adding our allowance on the fabric. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, drop your comments, and please share this video for others that might be interested in it. Thank you. Okay, so guys, I'm done cutting out, and this is what you're going to have. So after this, you can now go ahead and add your seam allowance on the fabric. Okay, and if you want to add it together on the pattern, you can as well go ahead and do the same thing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to write all my informations on the pattern, the length, the length of the sleeve, my upper arm measurement, the elbow. This is actually optional, but it is just very okay if you can do it, so that you will not forget, and it will guide you whenever you are making a sleeve. Okay, so that'll be all for the first method. Now we're going to move to the second method, and we're going to be using the second method to draft a short sleeve. So you can just go ahead and confirm what you have on the armhole. Here I have my 16 inches intact. Okay, so thank you. Now let's move to the second method. Now for the second method, now instead of opening up our pattern, we're going to place it on fold. Okay, your paper is going to be on fold, and you draft your margin line. After that, you take your sleeve length. Okay, this is a short sleeve, so I'm going to use 11 inch for this. Then I'm going to connect it this way. So after that, now the next thing you want to do is to go down by 3 to 3.5 inches. Okay, this is another measurement for biceps. That is why I said the measurement for the biceps is not permanent, or is not constant. Okay, so after marking that line now, on that line now, you're going to take your round armhole measurement divided by 2. The round armhole, okay, you mark it. I have 16, so divided by 2 is 8. Then I'm going to connect back to the upper part this way. So in this method, we are going to be drafting the front and the back together. After connecting the line, you find the midpoint of the line like so. Okay, and from here you go up by 0.5 inch. So from that 0.5, you are going to connect back to that 8 inch you measured earlier with a straight line like this. Okay, and I'm going to connect from this 0.5 to the upper part with a curve. So this is our back. Okay, that's our back armhole. So now for the front, I'm going to connect from the tip of the top like this to the 0.5. Then I'm going to turn my curve rule upside down and connect back to the 8 inch. So this is the front. Okay, so after that, now you come to the length of the sleeve and take your round arm measurements. Okay, remember it is a short sleeve, so it's not going to get to the wrist. Then I'm going to connect. So this one, you can add your seam allowance immediately or not. Okay, so after this, now the next thing is to open up your pattern, because we are going to be cutting out the back first before you cut out the front. So you need to pay attention to how I'm going to be cutting it. Okay, the first thing is to cut out the whole pattern. You cut out the back first. You cut out on the back line, just like you see me doing. As you can see, this is what I have. Okay, so now you're going to open it up this way, and you're going to cut out the front. Do not forget to always label your pattern. So I'm now going to cut out on the front line. I just hope you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that is that about it. So this is the front and that is the back. So for this, you are done with the second method. So you can just decide on which of the method you want to use, but they are both great method. Okay, it depends on the type of sleeve you want to make. Okay, so guys, that'll be all for this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching up to this moment. If you are new to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button. Hit on the notification bell so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be notified. You can drop your thoughts, share your thoughts in the comment section, and if you have a video request, I'll surely be here to welcome them. Thank you very much. Bye.